Hello and welcome to another First Impressions video brought to you by MMO Play. So we're taking a look at Dungeon Empires. That's right, today we are both the adventurer and the dungeon master. This is a game that has the kind of feel of like Legend of Grimrock, and then I can't remember, Dungeon Keeper. It kind of plays like that too. Because making a character, changing my hairstyle did not seem to do anything, so we're not going to really worry about that too much. I'm going to play a mage. Looking to see if there's anything else I can change. We can do that. Alright, so how the game works is you go on adventures and you go to other people's dungeons, raid them, you get experience and loot, and then you build up your dungeon. They come to yours and then they experience off of it too, and got a very suggestive loading screen. Anyway, the game is available from Gamingo. It's a free-to-play. It was pretty fun. It was also played in a browser, so no massive downloads today. So we're looking at the very first dungeon. This is actually like the tutorial dungeon. You see I have a melee attack and then like a lifesteal dot. It ticks for 2 turns and does damage and then also returns life. Got WASD movement. It's a little bit clunky. So is the arrow movement. You enter a room and if there's a monster in there, there you go. We got a monster to play with now. Looks like a goblin. So he goes first. Nope, I go first. I say... and then steal some life. I don't know why I did that, because I'm full. Your mana and your health do not regenerate in the dungeons. You actually will regenerate slowly when you're not in dungeons. So, when you're not in game, pretty much. You can also use potion to kind of keep you going, and you will level up a ton at first. One nice thing, leveling up gives you a full mana and health bar. That's really nice when you're going in a dungeon and you're like running low and go, yes, I leveled. And you get loot. You can only pick one item out of the chest, because apparently someone's there saying, no, you can't have it all. Oh well. So I'm going to take that. And loot you can use to buy upgrades, to buy things for your dungeon. You can get items that you can place in your dungeon. You can find keys to make the loot better in the rest of the game. There's all kinds of fun things you can find in these. But this is just an intro dungeon. You're going to notice that little red dot in the minimap. That's where you want to go. That's where Unexplored Rooms are. Yeah, this is where I spawned at. Doesn't do anything to come back. Also, I did not see anything to interact with in this area other than when you first open the door. Like this looks like, hey, that's a book. That should be able to... no. The only thing I found you could interact with was the monsters that spawned. So let's go in here. And we got 2 this time. And it is a turn-based game. And there is initiative style thing, so... we're going to not necessarily go in a specific order every turn. So I'm going to go first now. Whack. And skeleton goes. Hits me back. Oh, tutorial, get out of the way. I can't see the action. And it's suggesting I lifesteal, which, well, I was planning on anyway. It's why you hit him first and then lifesteal. Because there's no reason to lifesteal when you're full. There we go. And you can also keep it up at 2 monsters at a time, because it ticks for 2 turns. And I just leveled up, so it doesn't matter anyway. So you get extra stats, and you saw I got a full mana and health bar. And we got a big ol' zombie. The zombie apocalypse is starting in this dungeon. I think I'll eat his brains. Come up and give me a high five, and then I'll just hit him back with my staff. Now, you don't need to actually cast that twice in a row, because it will tick on him a second turn anyway. Well, I guess it already hit him the second time, so... I just kind of... yeah, I guess you can kind of do that. You can just spam it if you wanted. And we get more treasure! Okay, now come on, let's just keep on going. Go to the red dot. Kind of got a limp, hunchback type walk. And there's the portal. This is where you can leave the dungeon. From here you can go adventuring in other dungeons. If you're out in the real world, we're in a tutorial, so we're leaving that. You also get your stats, anything you've done in there and found. Tells you about it. And then, or you can go to the dungeon editor where you get to mess with your own dungeon. Yes, now you are the DM. Now you have revenge. So you have your basic layout, you have 2 rooms connected by a hall, you need to just kind of work off of that. It's all you have right now. You also have no monsters yet, you have no anything. Someone comes in here, they'll be like, where is everything? So what do you do? First thing you do, click. You need to connect these rooms. I know we saw a hallway, but you actually need to put a connection in there. And what's this? Oh, it's a tutorial jumping in my way. But connect the wall, the room. You have to give the adventurers a path. You have to give them a chance. You can't just go ahead and make it, you know, so they can't do anything. Now I can place a third room. You gotta be careful where you place it. You gotta be able to connect. Like, that won't work. It won't just have one open, massive hallway. So you gotta move it somewhere else. So let's move it right there. Right there. No, don't do it. Apparently I'm convinced I want to put it there. But this just doesn't work. Come on, pick up and move it. You know you can't put it there now. Alright, try one more time. And it did rotate for me. The tutorial's explaining rotation. There. There we go. We finally have an entrance. So now we have a 3-room dungeon. What else can we do? Well, we got a nice little something in that last one. Let's place it here to let us spawn a monster. Look, the game checkout's available for free from Gamingo. It was kind of a fun little, since Dungeon Keeper or whatever it was, the most recent one got axed. This is kind of something fun to do for people that were a fan of that series. Like the content, stay tuned for more videos from MMO Play. And I'm gonna sit here and make this thing nasty.